Chris. Oh, Chris is going wild.
Chris is going wild. Look at that.
I
Look
love
at that
Chris's
hair.
hair.
Hopefully it doesn't get into his face.
It looks like Sideshow Bob, you know, from The Simpsons.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Sideshow Bob. What a great character.
And there's one thing about volleyball also that I don't understand, which is the serving.
And instantly a fail return.
I have a feeling Rogelio might not know how the spiking works in this game yet.
Yeah.
But he will get there.
I will say the only people at fault are themselves. They could have played the tutorial.
They could have played the tutorial.
yeah.
Oh, he got it figured out. So
And then now you jump.
chance
and
for a purple spike, and he barely puts his hands on it, giving the CPU
now you gotta
time
block.
to bring it back.
Although failed block. Get that set. Bring that up.
Oh, and
Get it.
Rogelio almost misses the bump. And almost misses the spike as well.
Too early. That's the problem
Got
right
the
now.
super wobble. Oh, and he gets the block for the point.
I think blocking is huge. I remember back last year, it was all blocking, and I had to get through that.
Blocking-
I think I played Easton, if I'm not mistaken.
Being the blocker is definitely my favorite position. It feels so much more aggressive, and it feels a lot less dangerous. You know.
I definitely feel that way as well.
So Rogelio with
But there's a lot of
an early 2 points.
there is a lot of
And Rogelio, the block master here.
I know. Oh, get the set.
Oh, and he misses the set. Sleeping at the net.
Can't believe
Sleeping
it.
at the net.
Again, it was all as all these games are. This is timing. This is timing on steroids. Okay, nice. Now get ready for
Are
the
they gonna
block.
get the
You
green?
jumped too early. You
jumped way too early.
Now they're gonna have to spike. Looks like they missed the block, and they get the point. Very nice.
Seems
Very
like,
nice, Raj.
Seems like Rogelio needs to work on his endurance. He keeps jumping up a little too early.
I think maybe the nerves are getting to him.
He's got to reach out to Hims
Oh, nice to get the spike.
for finishing too quickly.
Ah, too quick, and now it's very okay. Next they'll have to block.
Chance for the yellow spike. Oh, and he right off the fingertips. Another early set.
Being too early is just going to get your opponent there. Exactly as I was going to say, it's going to give your opponent an advantage, and they're going to take it.
And remind me what difficulty we have the CPU on for the aid. Is it the middle?
Middle.
So the strong. Yeah.
Well, that's good. At
It's
least
like counter fundamental.
very strong.
Yeah. I don't know about that one. I look like a twig.
Twig, but that's all muscle, right?
A twig with a K.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
Anyway.
Aside. All right, let's see how Roger's doing. Alrighty,
Still getting way too early on a lot of these.
early.
Finally got a nice spike.
I feel like it's harmonic motion. There needs to be elegance to the, and again, the block is too.
And he gets the block.
I was
for the
wrong.
point.
I was mistaken. He's faking me out right now. I think he does have a strategy.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to get into his opponent's head. Perchance.
All right, now is
Perchance.
Kylie gonna bring it back for the deuce, or is
He's gonna aim.
and then the CPU just brings it back for that block, barely.
The blocks are incredible from Raj, but they bring it back, and now he's gonna get ready for the sets.
I feel like when you're against a strong blocker like this, hitting the wobbly might be the play, because then they can't have a chance to block it hardly.
That's true.
However, that's kind of risky, because then you risk not hitting it at all.
And you're giving the other opponent an advantage, and once they take control of that advantage, that is where things
Oh, and
get
the
messed up.
CPU is
Raj.
sleeping. The CPU didn't even dive or anything.
Nothing. They were motionless, like a raccoon on the street. And we all know what happens because it gets run over. Gets run over. You never had that problem?
Just late. It looks like it's going to be a 1st to 7 here.
Yeah. Well, 2-point lead.
Yeah, but it caps off at 7.
Caps off. I see. This is the part that I don't know.
Oh, Rogelio's
What?
sleeping.
Wait, what is he doing?
You can see in the webcam that he's not happy with himself.
No,
Doubling
he is
over.
not. I think I was just getting to his head, and I feel like that's the one thing Kylie needs.
And I think Kylie might be able to bring the point back.
But Rogelio hits it. There we go.
It's a
No
little
block.
early.
I just got a block. No, left.
Oof.
Hit the set.
Chance for the green
Side
spike.
attack.
Oh, way too early on the block. Early on the set again. We're not seeing a lot of purples this game. A
We're not.
lot of greens and sometimes yellows. That was a way too early dive as well. Hardly made it back for the spike.
And we're not seeing a lot of good sets here from Rogelio.
Nice block.
Oh, no.
Block for the point just to win the match. You can see Kylie going nuts.
I know. I would be too.
Yeah. Yep. Getting that first win is very, very advantageous because it puts that momentum into play.
Yeah, and then your mentality goes down and everything about your confidence. It's just destroyed. And I feel like that's something that...
And we got Glorious Martin and Physician Alicia.
Ooh.
Crazy style.
You know what they say about physicians?
What do they say about physicians, Steven?
A lot of stuff. I was going with that. But regardless of whether I was going with that, is look at this. Look at this. This is good sports. I mean, not perfect, but it's good. It's interesting. We're getting returns. We didn't get that too early thing we kept seeing from Rogelio. We're getting a lot of but he loses it.
Point.
Oh, Kylie just gets that advantage on him. It's the blocking. There's got to be more.
If I had to say between the two, I think Kylie is more locked in than Rogelio.
I think Rogelio is just...
but a nice spike.
Very nice.
And a yellow spike from Kylie to get the point.
I think Kylie's just on a roll. She's butter right now. And I think that's something Rogelio is... I don't know. He's
what
his
food
movements are coarse.
They're coarse.
Like sand.
Inside sandpaper.
And I hate,
I hate sand. Gets everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wobbly spike, probably a good idea.
Yeah. And missed the block, but he gets the set, and then now, but the block, nope, she's too early.
Will we see a bump on time? I'm seeing a whole lot of earlies on Kylie's side.
Love to see, but
and another block for the point.
I enjoyed the battle face that the little me made. It was very enjoyable.
It's a rough start for Rogelio, not gonna lie. But finally gets on the board.
I think Rogelio is trying to get past the block, but doing so requires him to hit late, and that's not necessarily a great strategy.
You could probably hit early.
And that's the thing. Look at his blocks. He's missing them because she's just constantly aiming left from Rogelio's perspective.
Super purple. The purple bump, set, and spike. Hate to see it.
Yeah, and he was just too late.
I think Kylie might pull this one off, just barely.
I wouldn't say
barely. Not barely.
I guess not barely. That's 4-1. That's a strong lead. And again, too early.
It's too warm in here. My brain's turning off. That headband got me screwed up. And Kylie takes the second match. Something is wrong with me. I can't count. I'm losing it. I'm gonna have a stroke on camera.
He's gonna have a stroke, but I will keep the comment. I will
keep. You're gonna cut back just in time for me to smack my nose on the table.
Yeah. And then I'll keep the game going where everyone drags you out of here. All right, serve from Kylie late. Lane is always from Rogelio, but maybe he's seeing something we're not. No, I think he's just messing up. I think he's just messing up, which is normal, but now she's probably going to aim right.
Man, they cannot get the timing down on the bump or the set.
See, I'm primarily looking at Rogelio's perspective, so if I say left and you guys are like, it's right, I'm just looking at from Rogelio's perspective. Alrighty. Alright.
Finally, good timing on the set for that.
And a nice return.
Rogelio was the first on the board.
You know what?
He's getting hyped up.
I really hope this will not be a 3-0. I would like to see a lot more development from Raj.
Even if it is a 3-0, he's not doing too bad for himself.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Too
spike.
Early. Okay.
Barely returns the spike back.
And it's in. Okay, Rogelio.
Yeah, not much you can do about that one.
He isn't necessarily setting the pace. I think he's just making good calls. And if not, then I think something about Kylie is she's playing too fast.
And Kylie's on the board.
Oh. I'm mistaken.
She and Yoko are working together, getting their groove figured out. It's all about that mojo, you know.
They have a pace going, but I think Rogelio is...
Rogelio is strong in this match.
I think Kylie just needs to stick to her just aggressiveness. And I think Rogelio needs to up his timing. I mean, he's leading, but I'm kind of scared because, you know, people tend to choke when they're doing all right. And you know what? I think Rogelio has a chance of not choking. There we go. See?
Nice. Rogelio might get this first game.
That'd be
third game.
Now for the serve.
You know, I'm not seeing enough clapping.
I'm not seeing enough clapping.
They got to start clapping. I think that's their issue.
I think I'll start clapping for Rogelio.
I love the clapping in volleyball.
Dude, I love the clapping. And if you time it right, you can get perfect frame claps. That's really cool.
That's probably good.
Yeah. Gets you a bonus on the...
Look at Rogelio with those blocks. Alright, now for the set, now there's really a chance to make it big. But they're probably block... Oh, missed block. Never mind.
Now, there is another technique here that neither of them are employing, which is the quick spike.
And I think the quick spike is fantastic.
Yes, but coordinating that with the CPU can be a bit of a challenge.
Yes. And I think...
Well,
I think
the
with...
good thing is, if you're the spiker, then you have total control over it.
True.
So the CPU doesn't really matter. Okay.
And Rogelio gets a game.
But he's not getting 3-0'd. He just told Kylie right in her face.
2 people not getting 3-0'd so far. It's a good start.
That is a very great start. However, now Rogelio getting hype. I'm proud. I'm proud of him. I'm very proud.
Doing the jumpsuit jiggle.
And then he's kind of weaving around. But now he's got to get into... Now I think he's got a little bit of his mojo back.
Now, the secret technique here is to punch your opponent in the face before they return it. Because then they'll be... Or you could just flub entirely, you know.
Exactly. I think Kylie, something's got to do her head. Or I think she's getting a little... See, she's
Yeah,
a little,
I think she's getting in her head too much.
I think she's got to keep playing how she's doing. I mean, it's 1 point and you have a 2 lead.
That was a nice block, though. I'll give her that much.
Now Rogelio. Okay, that was
nice block.
That was a good block.
Very nice block.
I honestly think it was I think it was Rogelio's CPU fault. That looks like it was totally possible to return that. Alrighty.
I didn't realize that a bye was spelled like goodbye. I don't know how else it would be spelled.
I imagined it. Yeah. I forget bye's a word.
Yeah.
Like in terms of sports.
Words.
Yeah.
It is a couple
3 words.
3 words.
It's like the, or like it's like the.
I think you mean 3 letters?
No, it's like what's the word? Oh, 2. That one has 3 spellings.
Oh, homophone?
Is that what that is?
Homophone?
I have no idea.
I see shaking from the...
I'm not an English major.
I think it's homophone.
I'll take your word for it.
I hope there's not any English major...
Rogelio,
what are you doing? I need... No!
Did the controller cut out on him, or was he just...
I think he might have just
slow?
been too flabbergasted.
Wasn't ready.
No. Okay, his set's nice. No block. Return. The bump. The block. Rogelio, get that.
Rogelio just making it with the dive.
I don't want to root for Rogelio, but he's kind of a little bit of an underdog right now. And I would love to see a nice block. That was a nice block.
So, funny thing about Rogelio, of all of the new players, he rated himself the highest.
It's ironic considering that he's not exactly winning so far.
Sort of eating it, if one would.
I wouldn't say
Looking
he's...
at a man's hubris.
Yeah. Alright.
He's not doing too poorly. He's still hanging in, but he's definitely not... Definitely doesn't have the lead, especially now. 1 point away from the match being over.
The problem...
He can bring it back, but you gotta lock in.
He's gotta lock in.
I'm looking at Rogelio now. He looks like he's locking in. Although, early.
Probably feeling a bit nervous, and I would too.
Yes. Oh, get the set. And get the spike. Alright. Return. They're setting up. And for the spike, the CPU is not going to block that. They were way too off.
And he's just going to nail the spike.
But block.
But it hits it right into Kylie's hands, ending the match.
Yep.
So far, we got 2 winners and 2 losers.
As
Kylie
expected.
and Johnny moving on with Rogelio and Mike.
It would
staying back for the losers.
It would appear that I will actually be facing Kylie. So now I'm very nervous.
Oh, yes, you would be.
And now we are going to...
I guess it would be me, right?